I've definitely made some mindset changes. Like, I don't want to go back to what I was.
Right.
Um, I like the new me. I'd say
Yes.
this is the person that was hidden in the fat suit.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Stories of Transformation, where I interview my patients and individuals who have had stellar success, not just from weight loss surgery, because we know that ultimately weight loss surgery is nothing else but a tool. But what is more important is what these individuals have done using this tool to transform their mindset and hence their lifestyle. My guest today is a gentleman by the name of Greg. Gregory has seen me for over the last 18 months, I would say, Greg. And we
Yep.
first met sometime in June, July last year. And I want to thank you firstly for taking out the time to speak with me. And
No
today I
problem.
want to talk to you, Greg, about, tell us a little bit about what was your pain, what was the issues that you were facing prior to coming to a decision that surgery was probably going to be an answer for you.
Well, I had a lot of medical issues. I'd had a heart attack at 45.
Right.
I've been borderline diabetic, or was, for 10 years. And the normal things that come with weight, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, um, and just general day to day, like struggling to get around, no energy, things like that. And I was sick of my weight going up and down all the time. I'd lose weight and then go off, forget about what I was doing and get back to bad habits and that again. So that's where I
Right.
thought, well, it's time to get fair income and do something
Yeah.
properly.
And Gregory, can if you don't mind me mentioning, like you're 53 years of age currently,
Yep.
and was it something that was related to as men face like midlife crisis, we just tend to neglect ourselves, okay? And we just tend to go on this journey of, all right, you know what, just eat and drink, and all your problems will go away. Is that something that was, you think, maybe contributing to this? I know I'm digressing a little bit, but I want to touch upon it because I'm in that age group as well myself.
Yep. No, well, definitely. I just sort of didn't care what I ate or didn't really think about it. I just ate. If I was hungry, I'd eat, and I'd sort of, if I wanted a pie, I'd have a pie. If I wanted a cake or something, I'd have a cake and things like that. And I'd sort of go, I shouldn't be doing this, and come good for a day or two, and then you just sort of go, oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm already big. I'll just keep going.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Was
yeah,
there
it's not.
like, if I can say that, was it that food was being used to fulfill something which was missing? Like maybe you were missing your health, okay? You wanted to
Yep.
be healthy, but you were missing being healthy. Would that be fair to say that food was actually fulfilling that like lack of health? I know it sounds very contradictory.
Yeah. But I'd say, yeah, definitely, definitely that was probably
Mm.
the main reason.
Yeah.
It's
So tell me, did you what made you to think of surgery? That's kind of a very extreme step for many people.
well, for the reason I said, I got sick of, like, I'd done ketosis thing of 3 or 4 years ago. I lost 16 kilos.
Mm.
Then I had one bad day, and then I thought, no, it's not going to hurt to have another bad day. Then I had another bad day, and then it gets to the stage where you just go, what's it matter?
Yeah.
And then
You
I
just
found the weight went back on twice as quick. So yeah, I just needed to do something for myself that was going to be
yeah.
permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to give me a full life change. So
And you had a specific bowel condition as well, like you had this condition called, because of diverticulosis, you can develop a colovesical fistula, which is
yep,
like an abnormal connection between the bowel and the urinary bladder.
yep.
So, what was going on with that? Like, did that need more treatments and endoscopies and surgery and all that?
Yeah, well, I spent 2 stints in hospital where I had um I got a testy infection because of it. So I spent
Right.
a week in hospital because I had a very large testicle because of it,
Wow.
which wasn't pleasant.
Yeah.
And then they first found it, I didn't know what I had. I actually went and got a ultrasound,
Right.
and they found a black mass, and then they sent me for a CT scan, I think. And
Yeah.
then I hadn't even got home, and the doctors rang me and said, "You need to get back to the hospital straight away." And they
Wow.
told me what had happened, so I had to get I, they said I might have to have surgery, but I was lucky I got a drain put in.
Yes.
I had what do they call it?
Abscess.
Like an abscess, I suppose. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So I spent a week in hospital, but I
Correct.
was just getting UTIs all the time and
Mm.
things like that. At first, I thought I just sort of started going to the gym, so I thought I'd strained myself at the gym. But
Yeah.
yeah, but since the surgery, even my doctor that I was seeing, he's quite surprised. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. It's just
Mm.
like it's
So we'll go there in a moment. So you decided to have surgery. I know you had your surgery in September of last year. You
yep.
had the gastric sleeve surgery. How was your recovery? Can I ask? Like, obviously, you seem to have recovered well, but was there any issues, any fears that you had about surgery itself? Because, and how did you overcome those fears?
Oh, well, to be honest, I didn't really have any fears. I really looked into it first. I actually even watched, before I had the surgery, a week before, I actually watched videos on how the surgery was done. So I
Okay,
got on YouTube and watched videos because I actually wanted to, I just wanted to make
understand.
sure my
Yeah,
head was right for it
yeah.
and that I was doing the right thing in that. So I actually enjoyed that. And I think that did actually help me be a bit more
Okay,
relaxed. And I didn't have any issues with recovery. I was pretty lucky, I suppose. I didn't have any heartburn or just general discomfort from the wounds, really, which was all I
right.
had. Yeah, I was quite surprised. It was good.
Excellent, excellent. So, Greg, fast forward 12 months, and
Yep,
clearly your weight was like your starting weight was almost 140 kilos. It was touching 140, and you're currently, you told me you were 92 kilos now.
yep.
What do you see this as? Firstly, do you see this that this is just a honeymoon phase, or do you actually feel that you've started to make some mindset changes, which you can feel yourself? How would you put it?
I've definitely made some mindset changes. Like I don't want to go back to what I was.
Right.
Um, I like the new me. I'd say
Yes.
this is the person that was hidden in the fat suit for a
Yeah,
long time.
that's a good one.
Yeah, so it's just like I read a lot of stories. I said I looked right into it, and I know actually of a lot of people that have had the surgery, and after 2 years have put all the weight back on because they don't,
Yeah,
they just sort of. A lady I work with, she actually had the surgery about 3 years ago.
right.
She lost 50 something kilos, and she's put 60 kilos back on over that time. But she was
Wow.
blames COVID that she was stuck at home and
Hmm.
things like that. So I sort of looked at people like that and thought, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to waste your time, my time, and
And
to
go
get
through all
this
the
done
risk
and
and the
not to
money
change
and all that.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
right.
was.
So, can you tell us a couple of specific mindset changes that you feel you might have made, like, that you used to do in the past, but you've just stopped doing it now? Do you,
I'm very, very mindful of what I eat now. I
and what does that look
99% of
like?
my diet is just like today. I had, I still have the shakes now and then. So I had like a one of the shakes for breakfast. I had
Yes.
a banana for smoko. I have salad every day. Sometimes just salad. Sometimes salad with tuna.
Wow.
Like for tea, I have veggies where it was always I'd have a pie for lunch or a
Hmm.
hot dog, or I don't have soft drink anymore. Not that I drank a lot of soft drink. I had the diet soft drink, but it's always
Yeah.
water with protein powder in it. And yeah, I've to tell the truth, I've changed just about everything in my whole life,
Wow.
which is what I needed to do and what I wanted to do. So
Yeah. And Greg, a lot of people that I speak to, they say that what they have also changed is what they are getting into the house. Like, they used to buy chips and biscuits and cakes from
yep.
grocery stores, and now their grocery shopping has changed. Is that something that you are experiencing as well?
Yeah. Well, I still have days where I feel like I need to snack, but I buy things like rice crackers or peanuts
Yeah.
or stuff like that. I actually, that was always my biggest struggle as a sweet tooth, things like ice cream and
Hmm.
and lollies and stuff like that, which I just don't buy now, and I don't even look at when I go to the shop anymore. Where before I had the surgery, every time I go, that was the first aisle I'd go to was the sweet aisle or things like that. Where now
Yeah.
it's straight to the salad section and fresh salad and veggies and things like that. So
Awesome, awesome.
so
That's
it's
fantastic. So, I mean, Greg, you also said, you mentioned briefly that, the problem that you were having with your bowel, like the colovesical fistula and all that,
yep.
that has not flared up since your surgery.
No, I haven't had an issue, and I had an appointment with the cardiologist a while ago, just like a 12-month
Yeah.
checkup, and he even was shocked, and he said he was going to contact my doctor and find out why, because even yeah, I always knew when I had it because obviously when you get UTIs and that you sort of know, and I haven't had one symptom of anything since I had the surgery, and it's weird because the doctor told me that I'd have to have surgery, and there was a chance that I'd have to have a bag for 6 months and all that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I actually spoke to him and said, should I get the weight loss surgery first or should I have this surgery? And he actually
Uh-huh.
said to me that the less weight you have, the better recovery is and the better the operation is to do. So that's why I decided to have the
This
operation
first.
with you
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
And
yeah,
which I'm glad I did, because I mean, not that I would have known, I could have gone and had that surgery first, then had the
yeah,
surgery with you, and
yeah, yeah,
could have
yeah,
been a waste of time. So
yeah.
yeah, it's
Well,
just I
that's
was shocked at how it
yeah.
cleared up, and
And
yeah,
and
just
this is my theory, Greg. And look, this may be hard to prove, but because you have made your diet so clean,
yep,
there is a possibility that you are not, although that fistula, that abnormal connection is there, but maybe it is just closing off a little bit. This is just a theory. I can't
yep,
prove it. I can't prove it to you. Okay. But I would say that having a healthy diet is always going to help you
oh,
in the
definitely,
long run in your reducing your overall risk of heart problems and other things.
yep,
We know that. And eating more plants is good for your gut metabolism and your gut health anyways.
yep.
Awesome. That's great, Greg. And what do you do for exercise?
Um,
How are you using exercise as a fitness tool?
well, I've actually turned into a gym junkie, which I never thought I would. I go to the gym five
Wow.
five nights a week. And I've actually I sit back at the gym sometimes and can't believe the things that I'm doing. That like the gym I go to is really good. They're all very encouraging. Like, I'm the oldest there by about 20 years. They're all young, fit, healthy people, but they don't make you feel uncomfortable.
Right.
And they had like a hybrid group, which is what I actually started the gym a little bit before I had the surgery to get my body ready. And
Okay.
they used to have like another class that they call True Strength. So I used to watch all them and go, geez, how do they do all that? I got no hope of doing that. But now, like, I do things like chin ups, and I
Wow.
use a resistance band to help me. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll actually sit down and shock myself. Like, I do cardio 3 times a week. As I said, it's just ridiculous what I can do now. And I can actually, even though I've got a lot of loose skin, obviously, I can actually see muscle definition in my shoulders
Yeah.
now, my legs,
Yeah.
and everything. So yeah, I
Oh,
love
good
it.
on you,
I could
Greg.
walk. I go for walks more, and it just
Yeah.
everything's so much easier.
No, good on you, Greg. That's fantastic. So, I mean, in what I would want to ask you is there any message you want to give to any male, especially, who may be hearing to this? Because
Yep.
I feel middle-aged men have a different perspective about life. You are different when you are in your 20s, in your 30s, 50s, 60s. So,
Yep.
is there any message you want to give to some middle-aged person who may be listening to this, who may be
Well,
feeling that sense of self-neglect?
yeah, I'd say, well, if you're thinking about it, do it. It is
Mhm.
worth it. But as you said to me, I remember when I started, you have to make sure your head's in the right spot.
Mm,
And if you're ready to do it, it is well worth it, because it's just everything's so much easier. It's like, I was on blood pressure medication. I'm not on that anymore. I'm just about
yeah.
off my cholesterol medication. I used to be asthmatic. I hardly use Ventolin anymore. I don't use preventers.
Mm,
Um, it was, yeah, just do it. It's the best thing I've done in my life, and I wish I'd have done it 10 years ago. Make sure you got a good support around you, which
mm,
does help. My partner's been awesome.
mm.
And yeah, get to the gym, get a good gym where I know it's hard. As I said, I struggled because I was overweight and I felt embarrassed and everything, but I just went, nah,
Mm.
well, I don't care what people think about me. I'm there for myself. I'm there to get my body right, my stuff right,
Yeah.
and it does it gets your head right as well. And I look forward to it all day. I think about like, oh, what am I? We're doing this at the gym tonight. We're doing that, and
Yeah.
yeah. So there's
That's
a company that sell t-shirts for they're called Old Man Strength.
okay.
So they sell clothes for older gentlemen, and I brought one of their t-shirts because I love the motto it had on the back of it was "Rule your mind, or it'll rule you." So,
Wow.
so I
That's
wear
so
that
powerful.
t-shirt. I brought two of them in two different colors, and I wear that to the gym.
Wow.
And because it's true, if you don't take control of your mind, it'll take control of you. And
Yeah.
which I used to do. I used to just go on my brain to talk to me and go
Yeah.
easy option. Where now it's like,
Just on that note, I want to add to that. There was a very nice story that I read. It's a very brief one. There is this granddad who's walking with his grandson,
yep,
and he's telling about the story of these two wolves. Okay, there are two wolves that sort of are in your mind, a good wolf and a bad wolf, and they are both kind of fighting with each other. And the this grandson asks the granddad, Granddad, which wolf wins? And he says, the one that you feed. So, it's the same thing as what you're saying, that
yeah,
there is a good part in your mind and there is a bad part. So there always a conflict going on.
yep,
And I think which one wins is the one that you feed more. So what you're doing, I can sense, is you're feeding the good part of your mind by going to the gym, eating healthy, eating
yep,
clean. And
yeah.
those
Well,
are the
that's it.
things that are required to actually rule over the bad part or the weak part of your mind. So,
And I do things too, like because the temptation's still there at times. So I don't have anything. When I go shopping, I have a list, and I just go in, bang, get what I want, and
and
so
out.
but
Yeah.
I don't. Where, as I said, I used to. The first thing I go to when I go to the shop is go for the rubbish. Where now it's the last thing I'm thinking of. If I feel like chocolate, I'll get an Atkins bar or
Yeah.
something like that. That's low
Yeah.
in sugar, low carb, or things like
Correct.
that. So
Correct. Yeah. Awesome. Greg, are you a part of the Center for Weight Loss Support group on Facebook?
yes, I am. Yes,
Beautiful. If anybody wants to reach out to you just to talk to you, is it okay if they personal messaged you?
I'm more than happy to. More than happy to help people to get the same results I did because it's well worth it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Greg, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for
I
taking
want
this time to
no worries.
share your journey with us. Wish
No,
you
I'd
a
like
lot
to
of
thank you too
success.
for the surgery and helping change my life.
No,
As I said,
thank
it's the
you.
best thing I've done, and that's why I encourage other people,
Yeah.
to do. My partner's daughter actually 6 months ago got the surgery done with you as well. So it's
Right.
good. We both talk to each other and we swap diets and
Oh,
things like
that's
that.
good.
And she's lost 50 something kilos already as well. And
Wow.
so, but that's the one thing I tell people: you need to have good support around you.
Mm,
Which helps because it does, especially at the start of it. It is a bit of a messes with your brain a little
it
bit.
does.
So, but well worth it. You got to look at the big picture.
Yeah, it's always about the big picture, isn't it? Where is your life going?
Yep, that's it. And that's with the stage I got to. I was like 54, and I thought I don't want to die of another heart attack before I'm 60.
Mm,
And yeah, so I thought I've got to take it into my own hands and do
yeah,
something about it. And
yeah. One of my mentors always says, you're always one decision away from changing the rest of your life.
that's
That
exactly
one
right.
decision you made
Yep,
to make an appointment to have surgery, that's it.
yep,
Change the future trajectory of your life, right?
yep. That's it. You're the only one, as in yourself, the only one that can do it. You can't. And that's, I just used to keep putting it off, putting it off. I think I'll just do it myself. And,
Yeah.
I said, you still have to do it yourself. As you said, I remember the first thing you said to me, I've got to change. You're just giving me the tool,
Mm,
but you still got to do
yeah.
it yourself. And it's hard at times, but the rewards are well
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah. Good on
If,
you, Greg. Lovely speaking to you.
no worries, same
Thank
here.
you again. And good luck with everything in life.
No worries, doctor. Thank you very much.